Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Magic Arena Run. Today we are continuing our series on updating the Precons. Originally I was going to do the rotate with white-black first with life skills, but man, that was a very hard one to crack. I could not figure out a good way to get it working. I just couldn't get it to work. So I'm gonna come back around to that next time. So we're gonna start with the other direction, which is white-red. We're gonna go with Company of Knights. This one shouldn't be much of a problem. Basically, almost every creature here is a knight. So let's see. Venerable Knight, Knight. Redcap, Knight. Worthy Knight, Knight. Youthful Knight, Knight. Rimrock Knight. So we're gonna have to start filtering out the really good knights. So Venerable Knight's good. Inspiring Veteran is good. The Worthy Knight, we probably should add more. Acclaimed Contender, it's a good way to tutor our Ember Cleave. It's a good way to get other stuff, so that's kind of good. M21 Edition, Boss Reese Lieutenant, very good, especially if you get more knights out of your knights. Ardenville Tactician, this one is really good in the Adventures deck. I guess it's good as a tool of emergency. Acolyte, not quite a knight. It's a good way to buff stuff, but let's see if we can up the knight count. Fireborn Knight is a knight, but this one, well, it's functionally a 4-3 for 4. A bit on the vulnerable side, especially when you consider we got Scorching Dragonfire, Fire, Prophecy. We're gonna get a lot of anti-X3 removal for 2 mana, so that's something to consider. We also got a single copy of Haktos the Unscarred, not a knight. It is a warrior, so if you're paying attention to Zendikar Rising, this might be quite relevant. There's a few copies of Burning Yard Trainer. This one is okay. It's a good quick buff, but it's really more of a limited all-star. There's also some short swords. Infuriate makes sense. As a removal, it's basically Scorching Dragonfire and Pacifism. There is a copy of Dub if we need it. So, hold on. Wait, we're still paused, right? Okay, we're assuming. That's fine. So, I guess that's pretty much all I have to say about the deck. Kind of cut the lands down to 24. We're gonna have to figure out which creatures get to stay, which creatures get to go. Infuriate is nice as a finisher, but I honestly rather have removal. I'd rather just substitute the Infuriate with more Rimrock Knights. Sure, they're a bit soft, but if we can go wide, we should be just fine. Well, so as always, what we're gonna do is we're going to give this deck a test, probably a few games on the regular play, then we'll test it out, see how things fare off. After a while, we're going to look at our clone, then we're going to start making edits from there. You use the things that we learned, then make our changes. Then we'll see if we've improved the deck or at least made it more consistent or more to our liking. That's pretty much the goal. And the land base, some changes will be as usual. There will always be 4 copies of Fabled Passage. As for everything else, okay, so at least we get quick 1-drops. It's just a bit on the awkward side. We're definitely gonna run Wingscarred Crag first. We'll also have to decide which color we're gonna lean more towards. Okay, so this is the Improbable Alliance card draw deck, so this might be a, well, at least we got a quick start. I'm concerned our opponent might still have spot removal, but looks like they're on the slower end. I probably should have played this one first, since I wasn't sure if I was going to get any more creatures. But, that's fine. Yeah, definitely 25 lands is way too many. Okay, so opponent is trying to get our exchange, but you know what? That's fine. In fact, I'm gonna bump it on the Weaselback Redcap. Now, our opponent could just end up burning the poor thing, so we're kind of putting all our eggs on this basket. It's nice as a very cheap one, but so there are actually 2 things we have to consider. One is if we're going to go more towards non-creatures, because there is a way we can benefit off that. The opponent going for Cathartic Reunion, drawing more cards, but it doesn't trigger the Improbable Alliance again. So I think our opponent was probably better off just doing the Cathartic Reunion, save the op for later. And we could safely swing with just the Weaselback Redcap. I'm not gonna go all in on this one. Oh, we got an Acclaimed Contender. So we're gonna kind of... It also gets auras, so... Let's be honest, we're getting Embercleave. I'm actually willing to swing now with Venerable Knight because we now have an X4 that we can put stuff on. Oh, and then now just chump blocking. Storm's Wrath, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I'd figured they'd have something like that. So... So I'm actually going to save the Burning Yard Trainer until we get the Embercleave down. I'm pretty sure our opponent has a way... Yeah, I'm concerned our opponent might have... I'm going to cast this first. If there's a counterspell, we'll bait it. If there's removal, we bait it also. At least we bait it on this one rather than say... Yeah, rather than say one of our other guys. So this is fine. In fact, we can... Well, no haste. This has haste. But we would need one more mana to get it to work. Our opponent is now literally just draw this card. Okay, got ourselves a short sword. Yeah, I might as well put it here now. Opponent has another Storm's Wrath. At least it gets rid of this one. We do have Burning Yard Trainer. This one equips for 1, so... At least we're making our opponent burn through all their removals, so to speak. If we can get a cheap creature... No cheap creature there. And Blitz of the Thunder Raptor means our creatures are not quite safe either. So we did run out of creatures, which is a big problem, and our opponent still has a ton of cards. Storm's Wrath again. And go figure. Opponent goes frantic inventory, just really drawing into their stuff. Yeah, we need a consistent way to generate creatures. We need a consistent way to go fast. Too many lands does not count there. Then again, it becomes a question, can we hold off long enough that Teferi's tutelage... Oh, so it's Mill Alliance. That's actually interesting, right? I'll give it that. Our opponent took a while to set this part up, so we're kinda okay. Okay, we ditched the dub and the land, so that's good news. Frantic inventory. Now our opponent doesn't really care about the... So we really need to hit the creature. Acolytes out. Infuriate Tacticians out. So we lost a few creatures. We did make our opponent lose what? 1, 2, 3 Storm's Wrath. So that's fine. I'm gonna put the Embercleave on here. It's still trample. Again, doesn't give any protection for this, so Blitz of the Thunder Raptor, still a problem. Trill of Possibility. Yeah, we're gonna be milled out, so the tokens are not an issue at this point. Okay, lost another Burning Yard Trainer. Starting to lose creatures. Opponent dumps another Acolyte on us. Are we fast enough? Probably not. Okay, lost another creature, lost Haktos. Cathartic Reunion. Yeah, opponent doesn't really care at this point. They're going for the kill. So we may need to consider cards that... We may need to consider our removal suite also. Like, we need to be a... Pacifism is good, but it's very slow. Wow. We're gonna get one good hit, but that's about it. Actually, we might not even. Okay. Thirst for Meaning. 3, 6, 9, 12. Yeah, that's good game. So, yeah, we basically the typical problem of any aggro deck, we have problems with wrath effects. So how do we get around it? We could add some dogs. Selfless Savior is a good way to protect some of our big stuff. We can't just have every creature be disposable, so that's one thing we can consider. I could supplement the Knights with Dogs. That would be an interesting way. Although say Pack Leader only protects against combat damage, we won't get Tajik, so we won't have that as an option to protect. And even then, it still doesn't protect from Shatter the Sky. Yeah, we're looking for cards that grant Indestructible. Karametra's Blessing, but we don't have a consistent way to enchant our creatures. Equipping them with equipment doesn't count, and we're not exactly running enchantment creatures. Fight Us One might actually work. We just need we do have a mix of humans and non-humans, so if we can balance it out just right, we should be able to have it. So we just need to do a search on all our human, non-human. Okay, so I'm willing to keep this one easily, but okay, temples always go first. Definitely want the mana. So turn to Red Cap, Alpine Houndmaster. So our opponent is playing dogs. So Pack Leader is an issue. Okay, our opponent playing this instead of something else. That's kind of fine. Okay, so we'll do that. We're getting Burning Yard Trainers, so that's good. Let's see if our opponent blocks. If our opponent blocks, we just pop off the Infuriate. If our opponent doesn't block, we... Okay, let's pop off that Infuriate. Probably better to use it to protect Inspiring Veteran, but yeah, it actually would protect it up to a certain degree. But we're at the point where we're kind of trading blows left and right. Vigilance creatures are going to be a problem. Opponent does have the Basri's Lieutenants. We could swing with the Weasel back. Try to trade, no trade. We will be taking damage off this one. And we do start getting Burning Yard Trainers down. Yeah, +2/+2 and Trample. It's a good combo with the Fireborn Knight. I'd rather have other stuff though. Yeah, Basri's Lieutenant's gonna be really good here. It's a way to generate more creatures out of your dead creatures. Like, let's say if I got the Basri's Lieutenant earlier, let's say put a +1/+1 counter. Opponent has a Hack Toss. Each converted mana cost other than 4. Guess how the mana cost is. So we do have a 2 and a 4. This doesn't have haste. It has attacks each combat if able, so that's an issue. Our opponent could block with Hack Toss, which is kind of fine. At least we get 1 damage through. Oh, we get 3 damage through, actually. Then again, the thing is, it's kind of very expensive to pump this one. I want to swing this one for the kill, so we need another Burning Yard Trainer. Our opponent's literally... Oh, our opponent has to attack with this one. This becomes a problem. Okay, he probably Selfless Savior there. That's to protect Hack Toss. So let's get the obvious one out of the way. Let's take this one out too. We'll take 4 damage. Opponent sacks Selfless Savior, protect Hack Toss. Can't protect both Hack Toss and Alpine. Oh no, he's letting it go. Okay, that's fine. Well, get some knights out of the process. Actually, another... Oh, Basri's Lieutenant or another creature you control. Is it for each +1/+1 counter? No. Oh wait, he did put it on there, so that's kind of how it worked. Okay. So the interesting thing is we are. I could literally hold these guys back for defense for a while, but eventually we're gonna need something that can punch through. If I swung with this one now, there are enough blockers to kill it, so I'm gonna forego that. Yeah, burning our trainer is interesting, but it's not looking like it's gonna pan out. Looks like we're not getting much luck on either we're not getting much luck, or more people are playing the 2021 now that we're very close to Zendikar Rising. That might be an issue too. So we definitely want more removal. Another Houndmaster. So this is also note it's a warrior, so it's actually a good combo for party down the line. Yeah, the sad thing is we can't. If we're gonna block this one, it's probably gonna be with these. Not so great. Bolt Hound, Haste. Oh, that's a problem. Let's say our opponent attacks with everything. We have to. Oh, we're gonna have to do some math here. I really want to get rid of this, but I can use this to block this one at least. But yeah, our opponent just amassed too much of a force, so our only advantage is our opponent didn't quite go for it. So let's see. Oh, can't block it. Oh yeah, these guys can't block it, so that's a problem. The protection from multicolored. So let's see, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wow, that's a problem. Opponent probably sacks the dog. Yeah, we really want to have selfless saviors. Very cheap, but very effective. It's not like we have Soul Scar Mage, so we got our own Basri's Lieutenant at last, but it's probably too little too late at this point. Yeah, Fireborn Knight. If just the double strike is not enough, at least we have something that can block these. But our opponent's just gonna unload with this one, and we will be forced to. Yeah, we're giving up a lot of equity just to fill this one up. Without a consistent way to give trample, so I'm kind of looking at double Ember Cleave at this rate. So okay, let's do some math. No trample. But our opponent probably has an Ember Cleave. Yeah, that's good game. So it's looking like first strike by itself is not gonna be enough either. Yeah, most of the aggro decks are not that soft. And if we're the one put on the back foot, we actually can't defend. We really have to be attacking. So I guess we'll do one more game. But I'm close to saying that I've quite seen enough. The Knights are not gonna pan out. And take note, these decks were originally meant facing each other. We had these in the flash forward, so we kind of had the glimpse of it. But against decks that are kind of well tuned, we don't really stand a chance. Yeah, so I'm really down on Fireborn Knight. He's really not panning out. The sad thing is okay, at least we got this one. We can play Ardenvale Tactician first into Acclaim Contender. We need to get the benefit. We're going to place Alpine Watchdog. Okay, we do hit an Ember Cleave. So I'm going to just play the Tactician into Acclaim Contender Infuriate. And our opponent's just playing the dog straight. We definitely want... We definitely want the Inspired Veteran. I'm actually just going to swing with the Tactician. I want to encourage our opponent to attack so that we can... or use a removal spell. We can use Infuriate as a way to blanket. Again, I would rather have Selfless Savior as my protection. I'll say the Life's Bounty also kind of counts. I guess that leans us more towards white, which is not bad. It gives us options like, say... It gives us options like Banishing Light, else opponent has an Ember Cleave. We'll let that resolve. We'll make him put it on the Watchdog. We'll make that resolve. We'll Infuriate. Now, in truth, we still lose. Yeah, we will still lose it, but we would at least have a better option. And also got the Insta Concede, so I'll take that. Our opponent must have mistook that our creature would survive. No, it was still gonna die. But at least we took out most of it. So there we go. Let's go. So we've seen what we need to make it work. So let's take out the cards that don't quite work. There's this. We never saw this Grasping Giant, but at 6 mana it's too slow. That's a no. Basri's Acolyte, no. Fireborn Knight, no. We'll keep Haktos. He can randomly host stuff. Trainer, no. Short Sword. Let's see if we can... I don't want to run a second Ember Cleave, even though by now everyone has a second Ember Cleave. Let's see what other equipment is there. So let's cut that. Let's cut the Youthful Knights. I probably want to cut the Pacifism and the dub as well. So... Okay, so these are our cuts. Then, as usual, lands, we probably don't want the life gain so much. Wow, I'm spending all my... Yeah, we'll put into 2 Windscarred Crags. Alternately, we can just go 3 Temples. Tournament Grounds. Sure, we don't have black, but it doesn't really matter. We only need the colored mana pretty much for knights or equipment. We probably need it for some spells, but it still generates colorless. In fact, it eases up our requirements, so I'm gonna actually go with that one. So, but let's see. Let's do a land suggest. Okay, let's cut that one land off. Now, first, let's search for knights. Definitely want to max out the Venerable Knight. We got a Worthy Knight. I guess we can... Yeah, the original strategy back in the day was just cast Worthy Knight, start dumping a lot of knights. So I guess we can do a second Worthy Knight. Second Basri's Lieutenant. The Lieutenant's probably better. And we also have to make adjustments to... Okay, first let's make sure we're adding the right cards. So, Loathsome Unicorns, a no. Sir Alan, no. It's really asking for Fervent Champion. This is 4 rare slots right off the bat. I guess I could just cut the Haktos and just add the... Let's just add 3 of them for now. Definitely max out the Rimrock Knights since we're going to cut the Infuriate. This is now our pump effect. We'll max out the Inspiring Veteran because that's also our other strategy. So with that, we need to adjust our removal suite. Red Cap. I guess we can go with Red Caps, but although they don't exactly fight through. But what are other options? There's M21 Tempered Veteran, though we don't exactly have a +1/+1 counter strategy. Shining Armor is a way to protect our stuff, but no. I might even rather just put back the Youthful Knights, although that's kind of random. I would rather say Lonesome Unicorn is a way to get a Knight with Vigilance and an extra creature if on a pinch. We're not exactly running Bone Crushing Giants here, though we probably should. But I'm gonna max out the Scorching Dragonfire first. We're mostly red right now, so I guess that's the direction we're going. Circle of Loyalty. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna give this one a try just out on a whim. It's not like we're gonna break stuff with it, but it's worth a try. Oh yeah, here's our cut. We still Embrace Shield Breakers. There are quite a number of artifacts, so having a few is okay. So let's look. So we maxed out our Scorching Dragonfire as our removal suite. I'm gonna search for equipment. Colorless is okay too. Yeah, one Shadow Spear. That's another equipment we could shoot her up. So otherwise it's that or the Knight, so it's fine. Short Sword, no. Mirror Shield, no. Hubris, no. Mace of the Valiant. Yeah, it's a bit iffy. Crystal Slipper. Okay, so let's add our long-term removal. Oh yeah, we need protection also, so we're gonna add a few. We're gonna add some dogs, and we do have. It's mostly humans. Oh no, it's not mostly humans. It's all humans. So let's search Indestructible. So we got fight us one, which yeah, our best bet's really Selfless Savior. So we got that. Brash Taunter is random. Winota, no, we're not exactly getting anything. I would like to try putting her in, but we're gonna try Circle of Loyalty first. For argument's sake, let's just max out the Fervent Champion. So let's do a land test. 24 lands, way even. It's actually too even for my liking, but okay. 4 copies Fabled Passage. Yeah, we will be mulliganing quite a bit. Here's hoping that the Tournament Grounds is a good substitute. So we'll go with that one. Not so sure how this will pan out, but we'll give it a try at least. And I can get away with not making too many temples at this rate, so that's good news for me. So we're going to try version 2. Circle of Loyalty, this is pretty much the one shot it's gonna get. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna just sub it with either. Let's be honest, it's really gonna be Embercleave number 2. Alternate plan would be, instead of Embercleave, we can put in, say, name. Unfortunately, the cards would name a creature type. Not quite there. There is an Icon of Ancestry, but I don't remember its legality. Okay. Definitely keeping this. Turn 1 Venerable, turn 2 Worthy. We might we could just cast Rimrock Knight out of it just to see. Hold on a second. Wonder what's up. Okay, opponent's playing some sort of mono green. Yeah, there's a Yorgo. We need to hit the double red, so actually that's a problem. We need to hit both the double red and the double white. So I'm actually gonna offer the trade now. So not much value off the Worthy Knight, but just getting Yorvo off the table. And our opponent had to spend their... Okay, Scavenging Ooze. This will grow a bit. Okay, we did hit our Fabled Passage. Gonna hit white. I'm gonna just play the Rimrock Knight. And I'm also gonna just tap these guys down now. Our opponent's definitely going to pump in response. Basically, the important thing is we need to get enough... I might just cast the Circle of Loyalty first, in fact. Because this is a way to boost our knights. and it's a way to boost our knights. It's a way to boost stuff. And I can, with this one, I can actually swing the Rimrock Knight against the Questing Beast. I could do this. So I'm offering the trade for this for scavenging. Oh, trading for the goose is kind of fine too. We're gonna take a bit of a beating now, but let's see. With enough mana. Oh, scavenging ooze again. Yeah, this is pretty much how I foresee mono green to be. It's just gonna be all oozes all the time. We will get a 2/2 with vigilance at this rate. So yeah, we're gonna take 8. That's a problem. I cannot afford to block because I need to cast Embercleave. Let's move to blocks first. So that gets a little damage through. And more importantly, we now have something that can equitably trade with the Questing Beast. Opponent replays Yorvo. Opponent really wants to grow this one now so that... Well, I'm out of creatures. Does our opponent have creatures? Our opponent can't... Okay, still has creatures, so this will grow relatively big. I still have to block the Questing Beast because that one has vigilance. So we're going down to 1, super risky. Down to the wire. We can make another knight if we have to. Okay, 6, 7, 8, 8, 16. Oh wait! Random Rimrock Knight for the win. If my math is correct. That's correct. We barely survived that one. Yeah, Embercleave is an all-star, but the Circle of Loyalty did do something also, so I'll accept that. If you can... I might be willing to trade some rares for the Rimrock just to add more Embercleaves, but Rimrock Knight does carry its weight. So we got that one going. Yeah, let's look. And that was against a relatively busted opening. Well, we were able to convince our opponent to take the early trade, and we were suffering from the oozes and whatnot. I actually forgot about Horn Beetle. That's probably a very good fit. Well, we did do the Stomp already. Okay, so quite a bit of removal. If we run into mono green again, we are in trouble. These won't cut it. But definitely red, white. We're looking at double white. Okay, we got the tournament ground, so... Yeah, let's lead with white for now. Opponent... Elysian Caryatid. Okay. You know what they say. You know what they say, burn the pump spell. Oh shoot, I made a mistake. No. Oops, I made a mistake. Hold on. Oh, I wouldn't have been able to do it anyway. Yeah, that's the weakness of tournament grounds. So here I'm just denying them the mana for a turn. It's a bit petty. We won't even get red mana yet, so yeah, I should have just let on Fabled Passage. There was no reason for me to play the white mana. Migratory Greathorn. Now we can't burn it. Yeah, we goofed up pretty badly there. Let's make sure we actually get red mana. And since we're already here, Fervent Champion. Time to go under offensive. At least we know we're dealing with just one creature for the most part. Problem is we're about to run into Auspicious Starix, especially if our opponent hits another mana. Our opponent likewise could just tap this, cast Auspicious Starix now, and we're still in trouble. Yeah, we had one shot, we goofed up. We always play the Fabled Passage. There was really no reason for us to play this one. Knight or equipment spell. If there's equipment that deals damage on entry, well, there's no knight that does it either, so that's kind of a whiff. Migratory Greathorn onto Migratory Greathorn. At least the power toughness is still the same. I might even go crazy and just Scorching Dragonfire the whole thing right then and there. Sure, it leaves us open to Auspicious Starix, but at this point, there's too much value here. We cannot allow anything else to go on top. Elysian, tapping for an Elysian Caryatid. Offer the trade. An argument could be made for Slaying Fire instead. Yeah, let's just get rid of all of that. Let's get that advantage train off. Sure, we're still open to a Starix problem. Next turn I can go Tactician Double Pump. Start going wide at this point. Oh yeah, I forgot to actually put the Castle Embereth. Actually, we're still deciding what's better, Endbreath or Ardenvale. Opponent does hit the Starix. He gets a Symbiote, so sure. Opponents probably will attack. They'll give us the option to block, to attack back. Opponent goes Gem Razor. Doesn't really do much. Well, except Trample and Reach. Oh shoot, they hit Ugin. So I guess that's it already. Like I could just cast Rimrock Knight, then cast Acclaimed Contender, see to hit anything, but between these two, none of our creatures are gonna make it. So I'm gonna call it now. So yeah, we have to be very careful with our mana. We had a shot. We could have sniped it. It would have delayed our opponent greatly. That pretty much should have been the plan. Also, we do have trouble against X-Force. Porphyrosis, I guess that's a way to deal with it. It's 3 mana for it. It's scalable also, so it's scalable, so it can actually Porphyrosis Intervention scalable, so we can use it to say take out the Starix. I need to double check if it hits Planeswalkers, but I think it only hits creatures. So we definitely can play Tournament Grounds this time. So definitely want to save this until turn 3. So we're definitely Selfless Savior Rimrock Knight. Well, rather Selfless Savior Boulder Rush. Actually, no, we can't do both. I probably should have played white if I was certain to play the Selfless Savior. I'm just gonna play the Rimrock Knight instead. Let's put a bit of a board presence. Sure, this is open to say a Pestilent Haze. If our opponent's Heartless acting that now, they probably don't have it. They might just have another removal spell like Eliminate. We'll save the Shadow Spear. Don't need it quite yet. And First for meaning, opponents drawing into cards. This would be a weird take on tutelage. So this is definitely some sort of control. It could still be a tutelage deck. I would expect it to be more blue-red, but blue-black's still plausible. Okay, opponent's passing. We whiffed on the Boss Reese Lieutenant, so... Let's see if our opponent has to double eliminate. It would mean our opponent is super control. Yep, double eliminate. At least we got it out. But man, that's a lot of removal spells. So we really want to be on the lookout for haste. Or is our opponent... Generally, this means our opponent's going into playing something big. So, given the lack of anything, I'll just play Ardent Veil Tactician. Underworld Dreams. Oh, it's a pure deck. So we need to hurry. So... Actually, my best bet is to just equip this now. Start buffing up our life. Although our opponent probably just... Okay, no eliminate this time. So Scorching Dragonfire is kind of not gonna pan out here. And yeah, we'll just play Venerable Knight. We're gonna start putting stuff on board. We do have... How many cards? 47. So if we were to get hit by a Pier, that's 20... It will kill us, actually. So it's just lots of individual removal. Yeah, we need it. We need better ways to go wide. I can see why the Alpine Hound Master Plan is more interesting. Okay, thankfully our opponent... This is tapped, so we do have an additional turn of sorts. I can freely play the Boss Reese to 10. So that's 23 damage. Basically, my plan is to stack it on the Ardent Veil Tactician. Yeah, has the removal. That's... Yep, we're kind of doomed if this is what our opponent's plan is. We're kind of hoping our opponent did not hit Pier, but I sincerely doubt it. I think our opponent goes Murderous Rider, so that's fine. It still gives us a token. Oh wait, no. If it had a 1, okay, so no. So we're down to this one. This actually gives +1/+1. But I think we're dead to a Pier right now. Yep. Good game. Meme deck. So, yeah, we're not fast. Yeah, problem is the creatures are way too soft. But our opponent was really smart on the use of that on the use of those eliminates. So unfortunately, white doesn't really give hexproof anymore. We do have Alsate. I guess I could just put more Alsates, basically additional protection. The more stuff we can use to protect our creatures, the better. So probably we'll stack up on those. It will also balance more towards white. Lurus, I don't know what version this is. I'm not liking it. If it has Oven, at least we do have our Embret Shield Breaker on the ready. But we're definitely playing the Fabled Passage first. I've avoided putting triumphs for the most part. Venerable Knight. Opponent's also in the Knight's deck, so something to consider. I'll just play mine first. The idea is, I know our opponents has some inspiring veterans of their own, so we probably should be targeting those. But we are in trouble. But we are having mana problems now, so we might not get this one. We might not get through this one unless we draw another mana. Lurus is actually a good addition. This one's just on the off chance that we, hit a land, hit an acclaimed contender. And definitely another inspiring veteran. We'll attack first. We're probably not planning to block this, but we are planning to block this. So mana wise, bit of an issue. Opponent plays a Worthy Knight. It's gonna go wide. So definitely do the block. Let's see if our opponent has a pump effect. Blacklands Paragon. Nope, no pump. So lifelink Death Touch, that's annoying, but moving it there means we can snipe it. No attacks this time. We are... Wow, we're really hurting for lands. Opponent being able to do whatever they want. And not being... And having unlimited rares. Yeah, I usually cry foul at this point, but it's really my own limitation. Yeah, the lands are hurting us more. I could play Veteran into Selfless Savior at least, so... We'll take 3. It's a problem now that we're going to be taking multiple damage every... Well, we're drawing more cards, but we're taking way too much damage. So, let's have to play Veteran, Selfless Savior. Our tactics, so doesn't protect against it. We can still do double block. Okay, there's some lands. Yeah, a bit late though, way too late. Yeah, unable to unload our deck's a problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's good game. Human Knights is actually looking pretty good as an aggro strategy. It's kind of interesting. Not too much a fan of the mana base, but then again, I'm also kind of playing a subpar mana base as well. It's probably will be a good fit. Yeah, it's just unfortunate on that mana there. We did get a very interesting game at least. All in all, I like the Knights. It's just... I'm pretty sure the 24 lands is correct. Okay, we're definitely... And at the very least, we're able to play these. It's just awfully slow. We really want to unload fast, so we're prioritizing a land with this temple. Also, kind of hurts a bit that we've been... Okay, not that one. That's good. Ooh, I said prioritize lands, but I think I would also prioritize Selfless Savior. We can just go Fervent Champion Venerable Knight next turn. Opponent in the life gain deck, Impassioned Orator, it's a kind of budget version of the life gain deck. Let's see if our opponent bites. Didn't bite. Okay. Next turn, Inspiring Veteran, Selfless Savior. So at least we have that plan. Hallowed Priest gains a life, buffs this one, buffs that to a 3/3. We still have ways to punch through this at least. Let's see our pull. We're trying to race an opponent that's gaining life at this point, though. That's a problem. Okay, so no blocks. Our removal is going to be out of range. Yeah, I think I'm going to switch our removal to... Swift Response is probably a better bet at removal. Well, it's not quite targeted, but most of our opponent's stuff that does tap at least. So I guess we can just switch to that one. Opponent goes Banishing Light, probably targeting Veteran? Sure. So we'll take the hit. Shame Embred Shield Breaker is not an enchantment breaker. Yeah, we're still 1 mana shy. Yeah, so I'm gonna make some changes to our removal suite. As much as I like Scorching Dragonfire, having something more permanent, like say Banishing Light, Angel of Vitality, if you would gain 1 life. Okay, let's see if our opponent decides to swing. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna keep this one alive because I can't exactly swing with Fervent Champion anymore. Well, got ourselves a savior. Opponent being slightly stuck it also kinda, at least it puts us in parity. If our opponent started dropping higher end stuff, we would be in real trouble. Charming Prince, gain some life. Maybe the Scry might be better if... Oh, yeah, going greedy in the life gain. I probably would have Scryed if I was having problem getting cards. Okay, at least we hit another Inspiring Veteran. I'm gonna encourage our opponent to block that one. And then I'm actually gonna just play the other Selfless Savior. So somehow we're actually keeping up. Opponent has another... Yeah, it's literally just all life gain. I think our opponent should start considering scrying if they're not hitting the cards. Nope, they're just going for life gain. Sure, life. All life. Again, basically Pump the one that you want them to block. Well, I also want them to block. Yeah, there you go. That's a block I want. So, do I trade? Actually, yes, I do trade. Reason being is I need some security on some security in the fervent champion. I can't guarantee the inspiring veteran will still be there. Opponent finally hits their 4th land. When will we hit ours? I want to cast Basri's Lieutenant. Daxos. Okay, sure. Gains life. So, not quite punching through this time. Yeah, I'm kind of wanting Banishing Light. Glass Casket might also be fine too. Considering everything we want to remove is probably cheap. Actually, wait for a... No, we send these guys in too. Yeah, just get enough damage through. Okay, so we actually managed to survive that. We were stuck on lands too, so it was fair for both of us. I honestly think our opponent should have started scrying for cards instead of just gaining life. They needed to hit things that can remove our stuff. Wait, hold on. Wait, I get... Yeah, there's still some time. I'm gonna make one change, see if that one works better. Yeah, we're looking for effects that destroy. So let's search for destroy. Okay, we don't need black here. So swift response, that's one of our... That's probably the one I want to put in. Hold on, let's also... But if I do swift response, it's probably not going to replace every Scorching Dragonfire. I do want to adjust the mana base, so that's kind of a good reason to do it. So let's cut these. Let's add 2 swift responses. Okay, there's Heliod's intervention. Let's actually check the intervention. For Force's intervention, creature or planeswalker. So this is actually a good, decent rare to put in also. I might say cut the Acclaimed Contender for that. Yeah, let's cut that. Basically, emergency removal. Then we're adding... I have to decide between Glass Casket, which only hits creatures, or Banishing Light, which hits everything. The caveats really are well, we can afford some slots. I guess we'll do Banishing Light. Ardent Veil Tactician... It's okay. But it's really not panning out. It's a decent flyer at least. I might be tempted to just do the Tempered Veteran, although... Or honestly, with probably just more cards like Worthy Knight or another Basri's Lieutenant. Or... more Shield Breakers? It's a bit underwhelming though. Brimstone Trebuchet just to be annoying. Oh, it's plausible. And unfortunate that that's the end of the Knights for there. We're kind of hoping there might be more Knights. So I'll still keep it though. Let's keep it in for now. Yeah, it's still leaning more towards white, so that's fine. Let's do a suggest lands. Yeah, 8 and 6. Actually, with that leaning, I might... No, I probably put in way too many rares already at this point. Especially 4x Fervent Champion. Although Fervent Champion is a bit on the weak side if you don't have Ember Cleave. It still gets the job done. I did say that I did want to consider... Okay. Instead of Knights, I did say I wanted to consider additional ways of protecting our stuff. So let's give that one a try. But most likely the Ardent Veil Tactician is still correct. It's probably not that big an issue. We're not exactly life. Yeah, it's really more of protecting whatever we have on the board. Let's see. Yeah, if that human knights matchup was an indication, we can't just rely solely on the dog, selfless savior. We need to have more. So let's see how things go. Wow, game really loves to just give me all these 2-landers. I am playing 24 lands, right? Anyway, we got a temple. Okay, we're gonna test out the swift response, maybe. Okay, well, we'll run the wordy knight first. This is kind of signaling knights again, so we're kind of taking a risk here. Sure, probably dies to a shock, but at least let's get it out of the way. If I played Alcate, it probably dies to a shock first anyway, too. Oh, nice. I see the shadow creeping over. Also the card that's just hovering over here. Opponent just needs to decide what to do about this. Okay, opponent's going for that. They might still have removal. Stomp is still an issue. Yeah, Scorching Dragonfire. So this is definitely starting to look like knights if you have removal. Yeah, we're just testing out the different removal pieces, I guess. So I'll run the Fervent Champion and Venerable Knight. It's also possible that this is some sort of control. So, based on the lands our opponent is getting, it's really looking more like knights. Yeah, swift response is not looking so good. Actually, removal's not Lava Brink Venture. Name's odd. Okay, that's fine. So I'm just gonna drop everything odd so that our opponent's kind of tempted to... Yeah, swift response is not gonna hit that. That's a problem. I might as well just play these out. Yeah. We could just play Rimrock Knight straight. That just gives us even. There's a Diplomat. Okay, so our opponent's gonna be drawing cards. Let's see if this pans out. I need to decide which one of these things I want to do. Okay, so draw a card. So I will definitely lose one creature no matter what. So I can say... Okay, got some damage, true. Bone Crusher Giant, that's fine. Basically puts the counter there. Yes, opponent attacks with both. Gains a little life back. Plays a Charming Prince. I can equip the Embercleave for free at least. Does he set it to even? If he... Oh, but keeping it untapped is an annoying part. Anyway. So I definitely want more white. So let's see. Wait, let's do the math. 3, 5, 7, 14. Just getting a bunch of damage through. I guess that is a good argument for Stomp. Oh yeah, it's also a bit of a non-bull because the protection just absorbs everything. We don't have any haste knights, unfortunately. I guess I could just start playing Rimrock Knights. Rimrock, then just equip one of them next turn. Opponent looks like they're slightly empty. Playing Maze Mind Tome. We will go down to 10. Okay, maybe... So we need to rush this. Yeah, here's hoping our opponent doesn't have spot removal. I'm guessing, yeah, as far as the experiment goes, let's go back to Scorching Dragonfire. Oh, Pressure Giant, okay. Vanishing Light. On the Embercleave. Okay. Yeah, I guess we'll do Banishing Light. I guess we will just do Banishing Light and... Ooh, I didn't expect to get this. Now, unfortunately, I have to swing with this one. I can't swing with both because our opponent just blocks one. They go down to one or two at most. Not enough. I need to actually start making tokens with this. Unfortunately, that's all our legendary stuff. Yeah, opponent finally drops all the big guns. So it looks like this is just white-red. So yeah, opponent swings that to force us to block. Yeah, we're probably not gonna win. Banishing Light on Embercleave does nothing. Yeah, and it's still odd, so the most I can do is just take out the Basri's Lieutenant. That's good game. So definitely we go back to Scorching Dragonfire. We need to be able to do Pinpoint. Sure, we'll do a mix of Scorching Dragonfire and Banishing Light. That's gonna be our fix. Okay, so yeah, let's do that change. But there we go. That's it for this episode of the Magic Arena Run. If you like what you saw, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on notifications. Yeah, this was a worthy experiment. I guess we can say cut. Let's cut one Fervent just to minimize the rare count and just make life easier. I think we just do more Scorching Dragonfires than Vanishing Lights. Shock is also an option. So you just have to decide what's better. Well, okay, there's no Ember Hauler anymore. Heartfire is a possibility. We do have creatures that we can sack at times. Fire Prophecy, yeah, I think I still rather have Scorching Dragonfire. Also, that's the original. Omen of the Forge is possible also. And again, this one's assuming you don't want to add any more rares. If you don't mind the rare count, just add Bone Crusher Giant. Yeah, so this is pretty much my final answer. Never got to test this. Yeah, that random lava brink, that wasn't really it. Could we have cut Lancey? After what happened and all the draws we had, I'm tempted not to, but if it's up to you. If you feel comfortable, you can cut one extra land, fill in that Fervent Champion. That's fine. Go ahead. Also, we've also be on the lookout. We're getting more equipment from Zendikar Rising, and some of them just equip automatically. Sure, they may be common and whatnot, but it gives Acclaim Contender more of a use, so we could actually put that back there. But this is it for now. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you guys again next time. Take care. God bless. Stay safe wherever you are. Have a great week, everyone.